She kind of paved the way for everything that's happened since with regards to crime storytelling in theatre and television and film.
Very well.
I think it says something about the strength of Agatha Christie's novels that, you know, something like Pale Horse has been adapted 3 times. Those adaptations are all very different from each other.
Of course, of course.
I've adapted many Agatha Christie short stories and novels, and they each had different challenges. Actually, when you deconstructed them, trying to reconstruct them again and nail them to the screen, as it were, was often quite difficult.
Sidney Lumet did us a huge favour with Murder on the Orient Express. He kind of set up that genre of the all-star murder mystery.
I was yarning with young, what's-his-name, McQueen in his compartment.
And as soon as he got Sean Connery, then everybody else kind of said yes and came.
My parents split up 3 years after they were married.
For an English actor, it's a sort of rite of passage to be in an Agatha Christie. She just writes such glorious characters.
I remember watching Joan Hickson thinking, she is so good.
Joan wasn't a big enough name to be in the films, but she did have a letter from Agatha Christie saying, "You are my perfect idea of Marple."
In the 21st century, ITV brought back Miss Marple, first of all with Geraldine McEwen and then with Julia Mackenzie. Geraldine McEwen's is much more broad. Julia Mackenzie goes back to that sort of original idea, that actually she sits around in the background and really observes and doesn't draw attention to herself.
It's wonderful. I read in a book about aromatherapy, and maybe someone will correct me after seeing this program, but I read that lavender, the smell of lavender, is very good for the little grey cells. It's very good for thinking.
So my mum, who was TV producer Pat Sands, and she had persuaded the estate to allow her to put Agatha on the small screen, because Agatha in her lifetime had said, "I'm films or nothing."
Whenever I read Agatha Christie now and read a Poirot, I'm afraid I see David.
How are you, old chap?
Not dead yet.
It's well known that he remains in character a lot of the time.
I don't think I ever spoke to him on the set as himself. He was the character. When he was having lunch, he was the character.
Bonjour. Okay?
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
In ways of navigating our way through the 20th century, I think Agatha Christie is actually really important. There are shows, whether it's Death in Paradise or Vera,
Midsummer Murders,
Jonathan Creek.
Line of Duty.
We see her absolutely everywhere.
This Poirot did see